The year's 1879, but the history's not our own. Everything changed on July 3rd, 1863, during the Battle of Gettysburg. The dead rose up, the shadows darkened, and a reckoning had begun. Humanity's worst nightmares now walked the waking world. Everything seemed to be headed to hell in a handbasket. Humanity, however, was more resilient than the terrors expected. A secret war began between the darkness and those who would stand against it. A few sturdy folks from all walks of life, from school moms to nuns, from snake oil salesmen to steadfast soldiers, and children to old coots, have risen up to stand between their fellow humans and creatures born in the very pits of hell. Some were fated to fall, but others stood firm. For the next hour or so, sit back and listen to the stories of horror and heroism, recounting of the sacrifices these unsung heroes have made. Enjoy these tales from the Deadlands. Be warned, however, these tales are not for the faint of heart.
Hello, and welcome once more to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table actual play production of Tales from the Deadlands, brought to you by our favorite coffee company, Poppets Coffee. If you love great coffee, head on over to poppetscoffee.com and get yourself a bag or six. All right, so unfortunately, Cheryl will not be here to play Daisy tonight, so I will be doing the dice rolling for her, and I'm sure that her fans can imagine the dialogue because I cannot do it justice. I don't think anybody could do Daisy justice except for Cheryl.
And I can throw in a cheat better or two if you want.
No, that's Mike's thing. Cheat better is Mike. Accusing me of cheating
is everyone, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
But don't worry. That's why I've got my nice little camera here. And if you'll notice, I actually found one of my better cameras when I was redoing my studio this week. And
nice.
You can actually see the dice a lot better, though it's still, I think it's the green screen messing with it.
The green screen messes with it a little bit, but the biggest issue is there is no good dice camera that exists that really shows off a D4.
Right. And that's just because of the angle.
Yeah.
You need that D4 that doesn't have the tip, that has the number at the tip that we saw. That's a Norse Foundry dice.
Just the tip.
I've got D4 right here that actually is rounded and will always show a number. So
I've been looking at that.
Just a repurposed D8. It's just 1 through 4 twice.
I've been looking pretty hard at the 6-shooter dice set.
Yeah, I figured you would.
I mean, Deadlands is my thing. I love Deadlands.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So where were we? Oh yeah,
we had rescued the
Warnable.
There you go.
And we killed everybody else. And
well, not everybody else, just Eyes Like Fire.
And the other dude.
And Papa
The
Rattlesnake.
dude that had her.
Yeah, but we didn't kill what's her name.
Wimatai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rimate is the one who told Bornable to trust us. Sort of.
And you had made it back to your boat. And when you told Born in a Bowl that you were seeking seas far ahead, she had taken her hand, set her pinky on the railing of her left hand, and then she looks at you guys and says, "Chop it off."
Why?
The spirits require a sacrifice for the favor that I ask of them.
She wants us to chop off her finger.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Charles, you got a meat cleaver, right?
I mean, yeah. Pull out my Ghost Steel chef's knife and just whack.
Whack. All right. Let's see here. Give me a spirit roll.
Spirit roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Dang, I was hoping he'd let you use profession cooking.
Right? Same die, actually. Any negatives on this?
No negatives, except for stuff that you already have going on.
Oh, I don't have anything going on. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Apparently I did have. What's going on? Oh, the fear in the area. Okay.
So you raise your chef's knife up and you bring it down, and in one clean chop, you take her finger clean off, and she reaches over and she picks it up. And then she looks at you and says, You are a chef.
Mhm.
The knife. Do you have a bowl?
I'm sure I do. Pull something out.
She takes it and she reaches over the railing, and you notice that while it seems to cause her some discomfort, the wound from amputating her finger is not bleeding. You can tell that it's bled, and not that black tarry substance that Daisy and Charles calls blood nowadays, but true red blood. And she takes the bowl, scoops up some seawater, and then drops the finger right in. And then she sings a song.
Starla's watching fascinated.
I'm guessing nobody speaks Shoshone.
Nope.
Nope,
It's not on my list.
Nope.
they don't believe so.
Negative.
So she sings a song in a language that none of you understand. And then she holds the bowl, and you see the finger spinning round and round. And then it starts to sway back and forth. And then eventually it lines up, pointing roughly to the south by southwest. She then takes the bowl and holds it out for one of you. This will guide you to Seas Far Ahead, whether he is alive or he is dead. If he has fallen, bring me his skull, and we shall get the answers you seek.
When we find him, are you going to want that finger back?
No, I cannot take it back. It was a sacrifice I needed to make for the favor.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about spilling the water. Whenever you need to take a reading, scoop up more water and place the finger back in the bowl. But do not lose my finger, because that is the only thing that you will be able to find Born in a Bowl with.
Understood.
Please, take me home. I have need to have a discussion with certain tribe members.
Like someone who thinks it can be cheap?
Yes.
I wish you great success with him.
It will not be an issue. His medicine is weak. And with that, Charles, I will need a drive and roll for you to drive the Maze Runner for this first day.
There we go. That is a 7 total.
Excellent. So you're able to drop her off, and then you start following the finger. And day after day, let me pull up this one. I am going to need a deck of cards.
Uh-oh.
Bro.
Imagine that.
I mean, it is Savage Worlds.
You don't necessarily need the deck of cards. We could just say that there are no random encounters that occur.
Well, first I have to roll on a table.
You have to do some nighttime stuff.
Yep.
Now, Nick, you know better. The first rule of nighttime stuff is we don't talk about nighttime stuff.
This is true.
Unless it's filthy and debaucherous, then I want to hear all about it.
I mean,
Wow.
Send all stories to Knights of the Smith Dinner Table at gmail.com.
Yes,
attention,
please.
Mike.
Now, James will read them on air. The best ones. James will read them out loud.
I think we might actually get ourselves kicked off of YouTube, depending on how messed up some people are.
No, it's got to top something that James has done personally, so that limits the pool a lot.
Are you?
That's true.
Well, yeah.
But we could add this as a Patreon tier and not get kicked off of YouTube. So just out here trying to hustle.
I mean, there's that. Yeah. All right. Where is... There it is. Page 97.
All right, everybody turn to
Let
page 90.
Let me see. Ooh, okay. So for the first day on the trail, I'm going to do my best to shuffle because unfortunately, these action decks are too big to put through my card shuffler.
They did make them a bit large.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love them.
They're awesome. But they're
like
the size of tarot.
the in-person game that I have, I actually just hand the deck to my wife so she can shuffle them. All right. First day has no encounters.
I like to hear that.
Woo-woo.
So,
I'm more of a 50-50 guy, Mike. I can go either way.
Simple calendar is not working. What the hell?
You know, simple, straightforward. We walk across or we drive across, you know, the area. Sounds fun, but so does hijinks.
Oh,
There's already been so many hijinks.
there has been a lot of hijinks. All right. Second day. Still nothing. Let's see. You guys are traveling about... Let's see. You're coming from north of Shanfan. What's a good city that is about... Okay, so you are all the way up here. So you guys have to travel about 600 miles.
At least we're not walking.
Right?
And in the Maze Runner, you can cover about 30 miles a day.
So we're doing this. This is a 20-day trip.
It is indeed a 20-day trip. Third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, 7, 8, 9. So for 9 days, you guys are pretty bored. There's not a whole lot. It's 9 days after you drop off Born in a Bowl.
We're not bored. Daisy's trying to get us to play card games the entire time.
She actually is, yes.
And I actually practice a little bit every day.
I need to change this to private GM role. And let's see what this comes up. Oh. And on the 10th day, you run into a storm.
Lovely.
Which is kind of nice because normally it's dry. Weather's usually like hot and terrible and all right. So
Humid?
very humid.
Oh, so like right now in real life.
Right?
Sea encounters storm. Yeah, I get a kick out of the British folks who are complaining about their 75 to 80 degree weather, and the heat index was over 100 today around me.
Except they don't have AC in their homes, so
Yeah.
it's also an acclimation thing.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to be a dramatic task. You know what? I never checked to see if the it is going to be a 3-round 4 success task. Just a kind of a short storm. All right. Charles is going to be lead, obviously. And let me throw everybody into the round tracker. Why did it not? Why are you guys not showing up in the combat tracker? But I need to refresh because everything is like running sluggish at the moment. So let me refresh.
It's so fresh. All right.
It's not a night's broadcast if there isn't at least one technical incident.
It's fair.
It's not a night's broadcast until someone says it's not a night's broadcast and follows it with something negative.
Why is it not letting me put you guys into combat?
Are we on a map?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's working. It's not even letting me select.
Yeah, it's
People.
not letting me click my character to pull up my token. It only lets me press C to pull up my character sheet. So something's jankety.
Let's see here. I bet I know what it is. We're going to get an across-the-board refresh.
Ooh. While we're refreshing here, now's a good time to let you all know that we here at the Knights of the Smith dinner table really enjoy our technical difficulties.
It's also a good time to just mention we're going to be at Gen Con.
Oh, yeah. We will be at Gen Con, filling the Arkenforge.
I think everyone here is going to
Except
be at
Nick.
Con. Except
Nick is not.
Yeah,
Okay.
I cannot make it this year.
Nick is lame. And he said, and I'm going to quote him on this, fuck all those people. I don't like them anyway.
I mean, close. I said my wife got a new work schedule. And
But I mean, it's roughly the same message.
Yeah, that's not what I heard.
Oh.
Are we still broken, James?
We are still
We are
broken.
indeed still broken. Says that the error is in the Suede combat or in the tokens themselves. So let me try this.
We are still trying things. But you know what doesn't ever need technical difficulties? Dice from Norse Foundry.
True story.
If you like dice, you can get them with a discount code. KOTSDT will get you. What is it off, James?
10% off.
Yeah. 10% off of your order.
And they're awesome.
They are quite nice.
One of these days, I'm going to get one of the bomb sets.
It is still bringing up issues.
It is just technical difficulty theater.
Yep. I am going to pause the recording for a moment so I can fix this.
Okay.
All right. Tech issue fixed. It was one of the mods I was using that said it was up to date and good to run, but it was actually causing an issue. I will reach out to that mod maker and let him know.
Let him know that there's a typo somewhere in his code.
All right. Everybody go ahead and draw your card. Daisy got the deuce of hearts. Jack of diamonds. King of diamonds.
Well, there are not enough cards left in the deck, it says.
Yep.
What?
It won't let me draw a card.
I call shenanigans. Let me do this then. I'm going to reset initiative.
Welcome back to Technical Difficulty Theater. James is your host, as per usual.
We have not had this many issues in such a long time.
You mean we haven't had this many issues since version 12 of Foundry hit?
I mean,
Version 13.
No, the last time we had this many issues was when version 12 hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Every time there's the big update, everything goes clusterfucked.
Technical difficulties with James Smith. He's been here the whole time.
There are not enough cards in the deck for me to draw now.
So I am going to...
Only 0 of 1 needed card is available.
Reset.
Part 2.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right.
Remember when we used to play these games with a pencil and paper, and we were like, man, it'll be so much nicer once we catch up to all the video games and shit we're playing.
Uh-huh.
Everybody should be able to draw cards now.
Hey, I drew a card.
Yay!
I feel cheated. I had a king of diamonds and now I have a 6 of clubs.
You take your 6 and you like it.
Well, don't fail a roll.
No, I'm spending the Betty and getting a different card.
Go ahead and spend any bennies you want to spend.
I will stay with my heart.
I'm sorry, it's been 3 days since we paused the recording. What was going on again?
3 days. A storm was rolling in.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Cheryl,
I've slept since then. It's fine.
We need that SpongeBob 3 days later meme to play during the technical difficulty.
Several days
Yes.
later.
One eternity later.
It's been 84 years.
All right. I see no clubs.
No longer any clubs.
Yes.
It only cost me a penny.
Move this up. There we go. All right. No clubs. And Charles is obviously going to be the lead. So we will save his dice roll for last. Stanley, how are you going to help Charles in this storm?
Stanley is, as usual during any, trying time aboard ship, completely useless at any seamanship things, but he's an excellent mechanic. So immediately he goes to make sure that the engine stays working during all of this.
All right. Which skill are you going to use?
Thinking repair.
Okay. Go ahead and make that repair roll.
Oh, hold on. I am going to submit this and disregard it because it was showing my phobia is active. I forgot to turn it off. We currently are not surrounded by the thing I'm afraid of anymore. There's no more dolls.
That's fair. I'm sure, though, Daisy is taking great joy in pulling out her doll and going, "Hey, you want to play?"
All right. All right. So that is going to net a +1 for Charles.
It has been 10 days. Would he still be fatigued?
No, he would no longer be fatigued.
Okay. Just making sure that we're all, fit and ready to go here.
That's
All
one of the
right.
things I caught up with during the technical difficulties is I reset my PowerPoints.
But you didn't remove your fatigue.
All right. So, Cole, how are you going to help out in this instance?
I guess I'm going to be at the front and kind of help navigate, like look for rocks, be like, go a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left kind of deal.
Okay. So, helping guide him through the storm?
Yep.
All right. That would be your choice of survival or notice.
We're going to do notice because it's a better die type. Any penalties?
Let's see. It did not come up that. So this is actually happening during the day. So there's no lighting penalties. So you're good.
Awesome.
And lighting penalties are in the drop-down menu now, thanks to Christian Serrano's new Suede Illuminator.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Ooh.
There you go.
So you got a
+2.
raise. Okay. Starla.
I am going to do what I did during the last storm. Starla is dancing to help shift balance on the boat as needed.
Okay.
And I'm going to use performance because it doesn't matter if I use focus for the martial arts or performance because they're both a D8. Ah, those metal dice sound so nice.
Don't they? Do.
Why do you have the circus theme in your head?
I go back to the discussion we had about my current job
Oh,
prior to
okay.
recording tonight.
Yeah, that makes
My
sense.
life
That
is-
does make
My life
sense.
is kind of a circus right now.
Oh my gosh.
Are you just exploding all over the place over there?
It's exploding everywhere. Savage Worlds is happening.
I guess we could say you can.
I absolutely can.
I'll see myself out.
All right. So we are now at the top bonus. Daisy is running around all the rails, shouting about looking out for pirates.
That tracks for Daisy.
Mhm. Yep, that's what she'd be doing.
5 and 1. And she does not reduce. So, Charles, you get a +4 on your driving check.
Excellent.
However, because of the rough seas, you will have the unstable platform penalty of -2.
Okay. So a +4 -2, so a net +2. So I will just add it as net +2. All right, here we go. Let's do this. As you know, Daisy's running around like a child looking for pirates. Cole shouting things up top. Stanley's tweaking the engine to ensure it doesn't explode. And Starla's just dancing around. I'm watching all these people going, oh, what a time to not have things work right. And Starla's just putting on a show. I'm going to spend a penny. Oh, wait.
Ooh.
I might. It's still a success. But I think I could do better.
Or
don't you fucking say it, James. Because the not wild dice did just roll a 1, but the wild dice is giving me some 6s.
Exploded. Woo!
cheating better.
Notice I don't have a camera on my dice.
All right. So that is a success with 2 raises. So you guys net 3 of the 4 tokens needed.
See, I knew I needed to spend that penny.
I found my Norse Foundry tokens
Oh, nice.
when I was cleaning everything up.
Well, those are pretty.
Aren't they? All right.
Those are pretty.
So that'll take us into the second of 3 rounds. Let's see what everybody's got. Cole's got the ace of hearts. Charles has the ace of diamonds. Dr. Stanley has the queen of clubs. Daisy has the jack of hearts. And Starla has the 8 of diamonds. Would anybody like to spend a penny?
I'm good. I don't have a club.
Same.
I'm fine.
I'm just fine.
All right. So this time we'll start off with Cole. Cole, are you going to continue doing what you're doing?
Yep, I'm going to continue on, keeping on. Total of 4, so, success.
That is a basic success. We'll come back to Stanley. We'll do Daisy running around.
That sounds ominous.
It does.
I mean, he does have a club, so
Yes.
so let's give it a chance for everybody to set everything up.
Before Dave ruins everything, is that what you're saying?
Maybe
He has a queen of clubs, which is probably more important than it just being a club.
it is just the club that's important.
Yeah. No, the letter number next to the club doesn't matter. It's just we
All
going
right.
clubbing. Oh,
You
Daisy's
rolled
privately rolling.
Daisy is doing pretty good. All right. Then we go to Starla.
I mean, I
And
see
Starla
the
is still dancing.
Do, 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 do.
that's a different song.
It is, because I'm trying not to do the circus music.
But it is what's playing in your head, isn't
It
it?
is exactly what's playing in my head. It's alternating
okay.
between that and all right, we're up to a +3 total. It's alternating between the circus music and the Frog Leap Studio version of I'm Still Standing.
Oh,
Unfortunately, every dramatic task is only ever set to one music in my head, and that's yakety sax.
All right. So, as this is a club, that means that you do have a the typical penalty is -2 for the bad thing that happens. Why don't you tell me what bad thing happens as you're trying to do your thing?
Oh, but that's the thing. Dr. Stanley is not messing with the engine this turn. Doc Stanley suddenly gets the munchies. And he goes across the boat to his small toolbox, flips it open, and everyone sees him take out this wafer-thin little black cracker and start munching away at it.
but
Oh no.
is this really the time for this, Doc?
Dave just had a moment he loves. He made me facepalm.
So,
James's entire head was out of frame. He liked this so much.
I mean, I know exactly what you're doing, but as Charles, I'm just like,
all right.
time and place.
Oh, what do I want you to roll for this? It's only really 2 that makes sense, and they're both the same. So,
I just took
Yep.
meth check.
give me a. Oh, I need to fix the fear level. Give me a spirit test with your -2 there.
Okay.
Good thing I rolled really good the first check.
Right.
Right?
But remember, failure has its own consequences because it's a club.
I'm aware, Dave.
I hear the dice.
And as me, Mike, the player, I approve of your decision. As
That was
Charles,
not an explosion. That was a cocked die that had to be re-rolled.
bitch. But as Charles, I'm wondering what the fuck is he doing? Could have
So
been
now,
worse.
here's where I'm spending the penny.
So the total is 1 for those of you listening. Right now, it's a failure. As he goes spending the Benny to go fishing for the critical failure.
Right?
No.
I did not hear any.
I said I didn't hear any cursing.
Oh, I heard
Ooh.
another roll.
Okay, Dave.
All right.
Woo woo.
So while
We like
You
to keep
weren't-
them in suspense.
directly helping him, you distract him enough that he steers away from a rock that Cole missed, granting the additional +1 bonus, bringing the total once again to a net of +2.
There's a method to my madness.
I mean,
You said math.
math.
Bazinga.
And after enjoying his ghost rock cracker, he makes his way back to the engine.
Like, this is...
And that is enough for the fourth token as you guys successfully weather the storm.
If my heart was still beating, it would be pounding out of my chest right now. I'm just...
Yeah, because him chomping on the wafer thin ghost rock mints.
Yeah, no, it's just like, that's happening. Starla's out doing things that's like, all right, well, no blood flow.
Daisy's actually doing something
You-
kind of useful.
You have seen me do this before, Charles.
Oh yeah, no, it's not what you're doing. It's the fact that there's no physical reaction to watching what you're doing happen that Charles is bothered by. You might be able to can, but he cannot.
Can't.
True story.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rigor mortis is already left. It's just sad now.
So let's continue on. You have, following the finger, you have 10 days left to cover. So let's see what happens here. All right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is getting old.
No, it's not. I like this.
7. Come on. 8.
It's a very entertaining view of the top of the head.
9. So on the 10th day, you guys are starting to recognize some of the landmarks. Or sorry, on the 20th day, not the 10th day. And I have to look up. Oh.
I didn't like that.
Bubba.
Oh.
And a heart.
Uh-oh.
So, oh, okay. I like this. I like where this is going. I definitely like where this is going. As you guys come around the bend of your last turn, following the finger. Yeah, follow the finger.
I'm just sitting here humming CCR in my head right now.
Smoke on the water?
No, coming around the bend?
No. Smoke on the water would probably be a better one.
Smoke on the Water is Deep Purple, you Philistine.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Some days I am stupid.
That's why I'm just like, he didn't even name the right band, so we're just going to leave it.
That hurt me.
All
I
right.
do not look like a roadie for Leonard Skinner for nothing here. Get it right. Come on now.
That's fair. That's fair.
See, if it's not country music, I'm likely to know the song and not the band, or the band and not the song.
All right. So as you come around one last mesa, you see Lost Angels.
Oh, shit.
That's not good.
And I need
Didn't a bomb
everybody.
get dropped on Lost Angels?
What's that?
Didn't Hellstrom drop a bomb on Lost Angels last
On the
time we
north
were
end of
here?
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the fires are still burning.
Oh, lovely.
I need everybody to give me a notice check.
We'll go ahead and spend a Benny on my 2. I will stay on a 5.
I too will stay on a 5.
Thank you, Dave, for giving me these dice.
All right. So Daisy got a deuce. Cole got a 5. Stanley got a 9.
Stanley, oh, he's
And the only one I'm missing is Starla.
who
Because my
seems
dice
like she's still
exploded again.
exploding.
All right. And then I have to look up special stuff.
Ooh, super secret special things.
Super secret. It's not super secret. All right. So let me add everybody back. This is going to be a quick combat.
Okay, see, you're not supposed to say it because once you do, now everyone misses, and this quick combat takes 3 hours.
It's using the quick combat rules.
Ah, okay. Different situation. Got it.
Yes. Sorry, quick encounter. How's that?
Yeah.
There. Now we know what you're talking about.
All right. Daisy does not get, I mean, the cards don't matter. It's just that way I can track rounds. So I'm going to start the surprise round because Daisy does not get a turn this round. All right. Oops. There we go. Daisy, no combat.
Sorry, I still had my character sheet up and it was covering that I was supposed to click a button.
You're fine. There we go. All right. So as you guys are looking there, Daisy is, hold on, let me see. I'm going to say it's a 4 in 6 chance. Oh, she's not. Daisy is looking out the back of the boat for pirates. She is not playing with her dolly. And as you guys are going on, you see hands, clawed hands, start to come up and over the rails. And let me find where, whoops, nope. Rascals, varmints, and critters. Did I not? There they are. Oh, they don't have pictures for the. Damn it, Shane.
Damn it, Shane.
No pictures for these guys. So it's what appears to be very emaciated looking people, like they haven't eaten in weeks. And their fingers are so thin and lacking of muscle tone that they kind of look like claws. And as they come up and over, this is when it's going to be the quick encounter. So this is a dangerous encounter. So I need, who wants to go first? Oh, and there are 4 of these guys.
Cole got the ace. I think he should go first.
Or-
So they're like you said, they're starting to crawl on.
Yes, they're coming up and over the rail.
Do they look like the starving dead that we had fought previously?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to reach around and grab my sawed-off double-barrel shotgun and kind of just try to knock him off with the butt of the gun back into the water.
Okay. All right. Give me that. That would be a fighting roll then.
Yep.
Let me see if that is a success. That is currently not a success on a 4.
Currently not a success on the 4. We will spend 1 Benny on it.
1 Benny. And the 3 is still not a success.
Well,
Now.
we will just stay with that.
All right. As you try and butt it with the butt of your shotgun, it manages to twist out of the way and claws at you, causing a wound. And as you take the wound, I need you to make a vigor test.
Ooh.
Add the wound. Do you want it to stand at a 3 or do you want to Benny that?
We will try a Benny on it.
Ooh, lordy.
Yeah, it's getting worse. You know what? We're going to spend that last Benny on it. There we go.
Much better.
All right. So you succeeded with a raise. That kind of makes me sad, but that's okay. Next up would be, I forgot to pop out the chart. Charles.
Yeah. I'm just gonna slip on the meat tenderizer
Okay.
and just sucker punch this dude right in the mouth off my boat.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
We don't need that over there. Let me close that. Okay.
There's an 8.
Oh. That is a success with a raise. So that will remove 2 of the counters. And that takes us to Dr. Stanley.
So with the raise I got on the notice roll, James, can you tell me, does Dr. Stanley notice that are there more of these in the water moving toward the boat?
No, it only appears to be these 4.
Okay. In that case, he's just gonna let me take a quick glance here because I believe Doc Stanley knows he's not very good in a fight, so he just takes a step back, levels his double barrel, and pulls the trigger
Okay.
to try to blow this thing back over the rail.
All right.
Doc has no illusions about his capacity to fight.
I mean, that's fair. See what he got. I heard an ace. Hit with a raise. So as he catches both of them in one blast, he sends them back to the bottom of the bay. And as you guys come steaming in to Lost Angels, and plant your boat on the dock. That's when you decide to take one more reading just to be safe. And you notice it points, you're at one of the more narrow sections of town, and it points straight through off into the wilderness beyond the city. So whatever it is, or wherever it is that sees far ahead is, he's clearly not in Lost Angels currently.
Well, that's good.
And with that, we will see you folks, or you folks will hear us again in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching and or listening, everyone. And don't forget, if you like the maps that we use, head on over to arkhamforge.com. Pick out the program plus any extra asset packs that you'd like, and put in the coupon code KOTSDT to get $5 off of each item in your cart. And just like Mike said earlier, if you love great dice like we do, head on over to norsefoundry.com, pick out some dice, throw in KOTSDT, and it'll get you 10% off of your entire cart. Well,
And one last thing, the Dark Fantasy Kickstarter
yes.
for Ark and Forge will be launching soon. So
Yes.
more assets to play with. Sadly, no discount code on that, but you can get
Get in
from the
early.
from the Ark and Forge website. Just click on the link and click notify me, and you'll know when it's there. I've gotten some preview art from that, and they are pretty.
It is.
Very pretty.
All right.
And if they come to Gen Con, they can see it, right, James?
Yes, we actually will have the assets on our machines at Gen Con.
There we go.
Okay. We'll see y'all next time, folks. And don't forget, keep it savage.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
This actual play podcast references the Savage Worlds game system and the Deadlands Weird West Savage setting, both of which are available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Consent Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle, and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings, and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are all copyright of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Tales from the Deadlands, Knights of the Smith Dinner Table, and all of its logos are property of Knightsmith Games, LLC. For more information, head to www.knightsofthesmithdinnertable.com.